Hello, KA. Do you like? So, oh, yes. Well, you notice the prison shirt, worn especially for, and the nails. If you know who doesn't go, you know where, someone's gonna owe me some money. I like the journey. Oh, I haven't. Where is it? Where is my container? My desk is a mess, obviously. There it is. Yes, I've had to explain why I'm wearing this shirt because it's not under the goth um low code of ethics. It was you or a Japanese volcano. Hello to all and sundry. Hello, Clark. I just got home. I'm like, got to the second floor, got me something to drink, came up here, and that's the hard part too, is it's hard to climb the stairs right now. So it's a shirt down Elvis for a jailhouse rock. Yes, cricket. I'm like thinking, I have a black and white striped shirt. It's too big for me, and I'm gonna have to give it away, as you can tell. So, but I got to wear it at least once. Oh God, I forgot my notes are in the bathroom. I'm not gonna go get them. There was only two or three on them anyway. Um, bum. I have hope for the judicial system in California. So, yes, it's in memory of somebody. It's for Elvis, yes. I don't wear stripes in any direction. I only got this shirt to begin with because it was a Uniqlo and it's got like Andy Warhol on it. And when I got it home, I'm like, it's stripes this way on top of that. I'm not gonna wear this. And I didn't until today, and it's too big. So because we all have to be positive. We have to be positive that tomorrow somebody's not gonna walk out of the courthouse. We can only hope. Oh my God. There's like a million things on here on my notifications because I was I've taken to calling my nail salon the tea house. I was having way too much fun catching up on gossip. So BFF said something about he's taking down all of the Are We Dating the Same Guy group pages on Fbook. It's like, no duh. I'm surprised it lasted this long. So, how about that? What's it called? Coplaygate? Philly Fanatic and the Philly Fanatic's partner doing it yesterday on TV was really cool. I watched at least four different ones. So, You're uncovering Clearwater LLC's known scientists have exchanged properties, one condominium complex on the waterfront for $100. That's not cool. It can be one of the Bowery boys from Donald Duck. It's gonna have a million. I should have worn orange. I have orange too. I'll wear orange tomorrow. How about that? I'm old. Be nice. And after Cairo, after Proctor, after nails, paws and claws, I still have to go to work tonight. What do I think? I'm in my 40s? I've got to figure out what to do with all the clothes that I have that are too big. Goodwill, consignment stores, dresses, dress for success. I'm not sure what to do. The formal stuff goes to dress for success. Definitely. Um, Not Goodwill because the only people who buy there nowadays are resellers. Um, you can try Scooter Mom. You're closer than I am. Um, if they have clothing swaps where you are, that's what you can do. Okay. Pretty cool. Then I've got because um orange and black is the Giants. So I do have an orange top. So I'll wear that one tomorrow. Okay. Now you guys made me all feel old because I thought I was being so cool with the stripes. Bonk. That's what a head desk is. So, oh, and Papa Cat has a bagel dog downstairs. It's Monday. We don't really eat right on Mondays if we're both working, especially. You don't know of any clothing swaps. A battered women's shelter, they take clothes too. So just find the conduit because you'll never know where the shelter is. Just find the conduit for it and give them the rest of your clothes. They can use clothes because a lot of times those women are just leaving with what's on their back. So that's another place to do it. Thank you, Kay. She said I look adorable in the stripes. Oh my God, even my hair matches because that's white. No, I made sure that these weren't like tray black and white because just in case, MLH had to say it this morning, just in case Elvis doesn't pass go, I don't want to be reminded like all the way. So they're pretty like smoky. So yeah, I knew you'd like the bagel dog, Papa Cat. So chiropractor did a decent amount of adjusting today. Definitely it is the sciatic nerve on my butt, not the sciatic nerve from my back. It's being pinched at my butt. So I got cupped on my hip. I've been cupped before. So, and it did make an adjustment because it was pulling things out. So, I am forgetting that it's there, which is a good sign because it means that it's not as painful and I'm not walking weirdly. My calf hurts from walking weirdly because after org yesterday, we went to South Shore and walked around. That's the local mall. And I was pretty much by the time we got back to the car. So I was stupid. I pushed it a little much, but yeah, it's matchy matchy. Ah, and of course it's UK and I'd love to match you. So yeah, walking around a little too much yesterday. So luckily enough, I walked to get the nails. I had to walk across, I think the only huge street we have in Alameda, against the light and no cars coming. I was talking about don't jaywalk. What did I do? Um, and so I was walking normally. It got to me by the time I got to across the street. So that's good, actually. That's good because yesterday by the time we came home, I could barely walk. So, and me telling myself all the time, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it get me down. Um, so I have a better chance of being able to sincerely unpack or get rid of stuff before the boys get here because I have no doubt that someone will find someplace to hide behind a box and stay there. So, and then yell and we can't find them because it'll be near the stairwell where it echoes. So we actually would match each other today. I'll send you a picture. Okay, cool. That and I knew I had to change my outfit. Um, at least I timed the nail salon. I keep forgetting that it depends on what kind of day we have. Either I'm in and out in 10 seconds or I'm in and out in an hour and a half. So it's like, it depends on what mood we're in. So it was the hour and a half because she did both my paws and my claws. So we actually shut up like the last half an hour that I was there. But I sort of wanted to do my makeup before, but I didn't get a chance to. This comes off. This is just a lip balm. So it won't be like I'm having to work around my lipstick because I have to put on kabuki tonight. So don't have to do full kabuki, which is nice because I am way too light to be doing light makeup in the wintertime or in the summertime. I glow. So, hi, Scooter. I know I'm sitting there going, 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. You can do 2 more minutes. Ah. So I wasn't even on the third floor when you signed off. And for anybody who's wondering, I have sciatica and it's really painful to get up and down, actually more up the stairs now. So, I wanted to be right after Scooter, but it gets hard when you're trying to do like a schedule. And when it's like you think you've run out, your brain just goes, "You've run out, get over it." And even if you hadn't, your brain is like, "Nope, you're done." So it's like I was trying to get up here because she was about to say goodbye and I knew it. So it's like that's the way it's going to be today. I can tell. So tonight will be hilarious too. Ah, what did I do? Someone just answered me. Oh, okay. My nail person wanted to know if my chiropractor was taking clients because I've had her for about 2 years, so she's seen all the stuff my chiropractor does. So it's like I just texted the chiropractor like an hour ago about it, and she just answered me. And yes, that's her ringtone if you heard it. It's Tiny Dancer. She's my Papillon Hurricane. Compared to the average telenovela actress, you're practically albino. I know. The funny part is my brother has always been paper white. So that's my middle brother. My oldest brother has always been tan because he's an outdoor person and he's always been tan because he used to be a ski instructor on the off season or on the on season. So he would still have a tan. I was the one who had a tan and then became paper white. So it's like when you're young and the grass is always greener, I always wanted to be white. No, it's a pain in the ass. I should have stuck with the tan. Ah, okay, hi Beck, bye Beck. And yes, I will send everything this week to everybody. And I did my thumbnail at it's on purpose. I may use that thumbnail a couple of weeks or, do the orange one tomorrow. So I know Becky's been everywhere. I've been trying to be everywhere. Scooter's been everywhere. Fuzz has been everywhere. Um, Pippi's definitely been everywhere. Hello, Pippi. Hi, Dove. For once, I'm not paying attention to it, and everybody's coming on and off. Okay. Yes. Have fun with the husband, and would you take a picture so I can see? Beck said, Papa Cat, I hear your voice. Oh my God. Those who don't know, some people have, I call them DJ crushes, and it can still be, it's where when Papa Cat is a DJ and a friend of mine who owns a club now, used to hang around on the stairs to the DJ booth, and I called them DJ crushes because they just like the way they play. So this is a Papa Cat voice crush that Becky and Cher have, and I think Antics too. for Papa Cat's voice because he wanted to be in voiceovers, and so he has that voice. I just had 3 years of speech therapy. That's why I sound like, what did somebody call it? A Northeast newscaster. So, hi everyone. Now I'm focused on the chat. And yes, I know we get around. It's like after this, Dusty is going on with at least Cheryl. He's been trying to get me on a panel for 2 days. It just hasn't been working. Because I know I wouldn't stay on for only an hour. I wouldn't want to leave. So it would definitely be FOMO. So, and I have to be dressed and ready to go by 8. So that means dinner, make the bed in the bedroom, pick up, put on my makeup, and be out the door by 8 o'clock. Impossible. I'm a goth girl. I went through my DJ crush stage in my 20s. Yep. So you get it then, Scooter, right? Yeah, no, I used to, this is when we were just sleeping together, I would come up the stairs and go, get away, get away, get away. And unfortunately, I still talk to the club owner that way, which he's had the same club for 20 years. And so everybody's just like, you talk to him like that? I'm like, I've always talked to him like that. It doesn't matter. So mom affected a slightly East Coast accent and attitude, which dot dot dot. I totally get it. He had a crush on me too. Oh, well, Papa Cat didn't remember. Um, he remembers the base of the story, but didn't remember where. The base of the story is that a friend of mine had a club. Yeah, they were a DJ, so they had a club. That's what they do. And I went down to the bar, and Papa Cat met me at the bar, and he said, "Hi, I'm a DJ at Death Guild." And I went, "I don't know what Death Guild is." Turn around, and that's nice. Turn around, walked away. At the time, Death Guild was the Goth Industrial Club, and oh god, Roderick's Chamber was the High Goth Club, and I was going to the High Goth Club with a friend of mine, so I didn't know about Death Guild for real. And so the next week, I felt bad. I felt totally like guilty that I just tore down his pickup line. So I went downstairs at the bar. He was there, and I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick on you." And he said, "Thanks," and turned around and walked away from me. That was it. I chased him for 3 years after that. Only guy I've ever chased. That he didn't remember. He knows the basis of the story, why it happened, but he didn't remember the day it happened. And I told him I wanted a divorce. So it was about a month ago. But he probably does remember it now. But definitely, it was like, you can't remember? And I even told him what I was wearing that night. I was actually wearing a purple satin shirt and a black skirt. And it was like, I even knew what I was wearing. I didn't even have my bangs in. I was in a no bang era. So it's like, men. No pictures. That is your husband, right, Becky? If you're still here. Let's see. Her temperament? Oh, her temperament. Okay. I get it now. Hi, everyone. Hello, Kelly. How are you today? LOL. I started commenting on Papa Cat's voice because many ladies were commenting on it, so I joined in. Yep. Yep. He has the voice. The only problem is he can't do voiceover work. So he has stage fright. And I have none at all, which is hilarious. It's like I wish I could give my lack of being in front of 100,000 people away. Um, and I've probably performed at least in front of 20,000 people because I did do the stage at Castro for drag one Halloween. So they say that it's like 100,000 people there. So I have performed at least in front of 20,000 people. Didn't even think about it. DJs always have a great voice. Yeah, they do. Duh. I didn't even think of that. I think also the mixer is like into their voice too, so it makes it a little bit low because it all has to be that, HAL 9000 voice. Um, so I think so. Dove saying hi. Dove saying, Scooter saying hi. Is High Goth like Anglican High Church? Yes. High Goth is the veil, the let me think, gloves, um, the high shoes or the high boots, the velvet coat, the velvet skirt. I'm trying to think, what would I wear? The lace top. Yeah, the tiara and the veil. Think morning Catholic Italian ladies, and that's high goth with a fan because that stuff is hot. So I have like easily 20 little bamboo fans, the ones you see everywhere in black. I found them once and I just ordered like 30 of them. So I did find them again and reorder them again. They are not in the best sort of like condition that the other ones were in, but I still have one or two of the old ones. So hi, everybody saying hi again. Carrie Ann asks, Journey, when will your daughter find out the results for her test? Ooh, I hope they're positive or negative, whichever you want. Please. Clark said you had a safety pin in one ear and you were wearing a hand-me-down from Johnny Rotten's girlfriend. I don't know if you guys can't see it. These are two silver safety pins I found on Amazon years ago, and I wear them because also safety pin um, is a symbol for sanctuary. So I used to always wear a safety pin somewhere. So just in case somebody needed sanctuary. So I still have I finally got a kilt pin, it's the huge safety pins to wear, and one of my wraps has a green one on it. So Journey, I didn't see you. Hi, why do you think that Alexander Calder figured into your recording? Why do I think that Alexander Calder figured into your recording? Um, no. I took him to the museum once when I was a member of the MoMA, and I used to have this red little mini skirt that he loved. That's what I hated about getting old, is that I couldn't pull off a mini skirt anymore. I dated a radio DJ out of Las Vegas a short time after I got left your ex-husband. Actually, I have a friend of mine who's a DJ for iHeartRadio, so that sounds like fun. He was cute but stuck up. Oh, he bought his own stuff. Oh, yeah. No, it's like they are so very normal people. It's ridiculous, except for the ones who think they're hot. They're usually not, and they don't usually last forever. All of the DJs I know that have been DJing for at least 15 years are all very like down to earth people. I can't say normal because this is normal to me. So it's like my version of normal, very down to earth, very cool people. It's like the ones who are full of themselves usually burn out pretty fast because you can't keep up that level of ego if nobody is participating in it. Traditional Portuguese widows wear black for 5 years. In my case, it would probably be 3. One of my normal, like, uniforms for a little while was above the knee socks, loafers with a little bit of a heel, a skirt that went below my knees, A-line, a black top, and a black sweater. I called it my Italian widow outfit. Me and the little sister were wearing those outfits for a while. It just got to be funny because we're hanging out in San Francisco. And it was such an easy outfit to wear. That was the thing. So the only thing that had to, yep, yep, definitely, Kelly. My normal is your normal. Yeah. The only thing that was a bummer is that above the knee socks are a great idea until they sort of like, not yet stretch out. And then I had to get garters to hold them up. So I never had the same color because you could never find garters in the same color. And at the time, I didn't want to get 2 red ones or 2 blue ones or 2 purple ones. So I always had 2 different color garters for above my knee. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Hi, good vibes. Yes, I'm reading the book. I have a feeling I'm going to throw it across the bathroom before I even get halfway through it. stuck up as tiresome, Kelly. I'm sorry. Yes, it is. Um, that was the lucky part about being in the high goth world is it was the little sister, and that was during a certain time where she was very popular, so we didn't have to worry about it. We could hold court. That's what we called it, literally. Men and women surrounding us as we talk. It was hilarious, and we never took ourselves seriously, anyways. When Roderick's chamber closed, I met downstairs a couple of friends of mine because it was a two-story, and we were like doing shots. Here's to Roderick's never having to wear a veil again. It was so funny. Let's see. Weird is normal around here. Yes, definitely. I've been called eccentric since I was 4. It's the first time I remember being called eccentric. And pretty much ran with it. Who cares? Nobody's really paying attention to anybody. People are mostly paying attention to themselves. So have a ball. Egos have to be fed. Chips and dip. Hi all. Hi Heather. Oh God. It's usually a cycle of about a month where I can wear a eye moisturizer and then it starts bugging my eyes. And I've gotten to that point with this one. So it's like I got to remember not to touch my eyes. I put stuff in them this morning and it's already drying out. And I just don't want to get a lash in my eye. I had one just recently for 4 days because I couldn't find it. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. So yes, I only got like half an hour of Scooter Mom's Scooter report in because I didn't make it to the car till 2:30. But then turned it on the way here and then transferred it over to my phone as I walked up the stairs. And so that way I could like hear it. Besides, it runs off my phone anyway because, the car is from 2002 and it was up to date for the time, but the stereo has been replaced, so I can play my sound on my stereo. So, oh yes, you have a misunderstood word if you throw the book. I think I'm still in the summary. I'm trying. I haven't misunderstood a word yet. I have seen a couple of words that made me go, "You just made those up." But that's about it. I was sleeping during Scooter's reports, so I will be on replay crew. Yep. Um, yes. And it's her fault I have that damn book. Right, GV? GV. I knew it was going to come out sooner or later. She's got a nickname. This is the funny part is when you get texts from your mods. So it's like, people, I'm right here. Fuzz did it right this morning. I'm supposed to figure out, or I need to ask Papa Cat how we made Adam a permanent membership. I want see he's not here. I need to see. I wanted to say that maybe we made him a mod, and it didn't matter if he was a member or not, but made him like the base mod, where all he could do basically is have a wrench. There are different levels of mod, so I'll have to see. And yes, called me out on MLH's chat, and I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up. Tomorrow morning with MLH is very important, yes. And like I said, I would be there if I wasn't working tonight. I agreed to work before I knew that it was going to be tomorrow. I probably would have said no. And I probably would be heading to LA already, like from the minute my nail appointment was done. Because when you're in California, San Francisco to LA is not that long. It's only about 8 hours. The way I take it because I go down the 101 highway, which is the scenic way to get there. But I hate 5, which is straight because half of it smells like cow poo, and a straight Freeway is just really boring. I have overts, yes. Yeah, the only thing is that I'm probably gonna have to turn in an hour late because I don't get home till 3, and we don't get to sleep till like 3:30. Papa Cat can get away with it because he sleeps on average 5 hours a night. I keep trying to get him in bed to sleep, but no. So he'll be able to pull it off and maybe just miss it because he wakes up. It's his home day. He wakes up and then goes into his room and pretends can be on a meeting. So, but it's me. It's just like tonight is an ambient night too. And um even if it was an Ellaville night, I would have to sleep 6 hours. So Chumley has a ball. I don't know what the dinosaur balls are about. And MLH today with a Chinese accent was hilarious because it was Japanese. I swear to God, it was Japanese. And a friend of mine, she had nieces and nephews that were half Japanese and half Mexican. So she actually did call them Japicans. So it was like, how do you, how does somebody with the name of Mexican long hair not know how to do a Mexican accent? I don't understand, white boy. And I say, you gotta be able to talk like this. It's no problem. Yeah, I can do it at the drop of a hat. I hope somebody shows that one to MLH. We're in the prison. Just being positive. I'm going to turn this down. My mic is going to go down a little bit because I'm in the red. Okay. Just adjusting. I don't want it to like fuzz when it gets too high. So, oh, yes, Court, I do know. Thanks. Yep. I think someone's foster dad is sending me teasers. Those are my boys that I'm getting in 4 weeks. The foster dad sends me teasers. They're bonded. So they are lucky we're taking both of them. So I just see it on the TV. Oh, they're going to be fun. Let's see. CBF, if you weren't streaming the sleep part, it might, if you weren't stressing the sleep part, it might work. Um, See, I can't even take my Ambien when I'm on my way home because it knocks me out. I fell down the stairs when we didn't know that Ambien affected me that way. It was like the third day we were here or something, and we were moving stuff upstairs. Luckily enough, I only fell 5 stairs because it was the one from the second to the third bedroom or third floor because it had landings. And so I was like, whenever I take Ambien, I'm not allowed to leave the third floor. So because it literally go. Papa Cat has found me with my glasses and a pen in my hand and a journal like falling over to the side. So, but I can't do my Ellaville early. I have to think about that. Ellaville doesn't get me that way. It just helps me sleep. Cute. Thank you. Aren't they adorable? Dinosaur bread balls are a Korean pastry that Lara brought for Snotty, and he really liked them. Ah, I was wondering. It's like, what am I? Why did I miss this one? So I didn't know that was that. Okay, that makes any old Tifa plans. Not at the moment. Um, I've been reading the titles, but not really going into it. And ever since Scott's been gotten the pop-up bail hearing, I really haven't been paying attention. So, but maybe KA and I will try to make notes because that's usually our problem. Either one of us, and I think actually both of us once didn't make notes, and when we're doing Old Tifa, we need to make notes. I need to start reading 2025 again on Old Tifa, but I need to do it as a video and not a live. So, or do it as a live and turn the comments off. Because they're still coming to get us. They're just not going to be using the orange balloon as the head anymore. So people do weird things on Ambien. Yes. Uh-huh. People who don't use it as a sleeping aid are idiots. I'm sorry. Because, like I said, he's woken up and I've got my glasses still on. And I sleep with a mask. So it's like, the Ambien hit. And I make sure that I'm usually in bed, ready to go, and don't have a drink in my hand. Nothing. Nothing is going to screw up if I fall asleep with it. So, and some days it just doesn't hit until I fall asleep before it pounds me. So, and I have to do this because I have an insomnia problem big time. So it's every other day, Elavil or Ambien. So, and I don't build resistance. So um, actually I did after Elavil, but that took 10 years. Now I'm up like a higher one than when I started. But Ambien hasn't changed and my body doesn't build resistance to drugs, which is hilarious. So they place orders online and forget. I want to say I did that last week because I have like 3 sets of wipe erase pens. I don't remember ordering three. Two. One for the kitty one I have that I'm going to take with me, and then one for no, maybe I did get three now, and the other one's for the wipe erase board that's on the refrigerator. So that would be a great way to get a Dior purse here. Oh, I was on Ambien, I forgot. That'd be a great reason to return a Dior purse. Oh, see, he even said that would explain a lot. I let him open the boxes most of the time because he wants to know. I'm the one who can have a box sitting there for days, and I'm just like, I'll open it later. And so sometimes it's like, I ordered that. I try not to touch my phone when I'm in bed, but that's been changing lately. So, and he always goes to sleep before me. I always have to be in the room. I can be in the room like doing stuff, but I want to be nice because I know he doesn't hit like the real sleep until I'm in bed. So I will sit there in bed next to him filling out my journal. Trying to do a journal. I've been trying to do a journal now for 40 years. Yeah. I had one and the boyfriend read it when I was 18 years old, and I've been trying to have one ever since. I literally took those pages, ripped them out, and put them on fire. And if anybody says that if you read somebody's journal, they're not going to, like, they'll be able to get back into it, 40 years, people. Seriously. And I can show you one to prove it. The last, let's see, come on. Whoops. Yeah, you can see the writing there. That was from the 16th. I think and these are Hobonichis. These are Japanese ones. Um, and I think it was a month before that. And yeah, month before that. And I'm figuring what I'm doing with the old journals, because I don't throw any of them away, is I'm going to basically write out my life in my old journals for the godchild. So when we die, she can have fun reading all of that. But I'm also not going to put them in order. So, but yeah, all of the pages, because I haven't been able to get rid of them. It feels like I'm wasting paper, um, even though I can throw other paper out. So it's like I'm just going to fill in, like, make a biography of my life, which is, from what I hear, very freaking interesting. So, and I always wanted to be a writer. Ah, huh? Proud of you saying we are what we eat. What did you say, Dove? Oh, okay. I wish I didn't build a tolerance. Everybody I know wishes they didn't build a tolerance. And when we were all doing drugs when we were kids, I was the one who would hold everybody's drugs because I never built a tolerance. So, Do we really need that young water? You told me to order it. Stop it. It's not that bad. We have like one of those feather beds over it. I actually did recover from whiplash on a waterbed. Luckily enough, it was filled correctly. That would have ruined me too. However, my ex reads mine now if I leave it out, and it's always railing on him, but it's his fault. If he chooses to pick it up, I have to be able to vent. It's the one thing Papa Cat doesn't go within 3 feet of because he knows why I do this. And he is the nosiest thing on the planet, except when it comes up to my things, which I truly, truly appreciate. So you leave a box on the floor, leave a grocery list anywhere. I mean, he's all over it. I like to drive if he'll let me because he likes to stare at everything. And I'm just like, weirdly enough, because of it, I have no interest in anybody's business. That's why I'm Mama Cat. Oh, that's a that was a politician. So, but yeah, I the big thing in junior high school were the Hallmark schedules that you used to get for Hallmark for free. I filled out mine all the way till I was 18, and then at that point it got to be really hard. It sucked how much it bugged me. So, oh my gosh, he is so nosy, my ex-roommate. I could care less. I didn't care if my roommates went bopping around because it was like, fine, you want to know what I'm doing when you're not around? You'll have fun. But it was the diary thing. Hey, bozo, pick my nose and flick it at you. Did you know that Dose has a new one out? Hold on. How long is it? It doesn't say. I guess I'll take a chance. Let's hope it doesn't demonetize me because we got to see this. Ah, it's a minute 12. Okay. So let's turn that on. Yeah, that's the right one. Come on. Oh, it's either going to be really loud or not loud at all.
Well, I guess this is a new season. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. They're coming to take me away.
Ah, he actually looked like he was really crying there. He actually had red eyes. God forbid. And yes, Papa Cat, you're going to have to take this, cut that out. So I was going to stop. I'm like, screw it. Ooh, Kelly, I'd be tempted to put in some extra crazy fake stuff just for fun. Your stuff is bad, but true. Yeah, yes, that could be fun. I never thought about that. I should have. Cricket, me too. Why do people not leave diaries, journals closed? It's a known rule to mind your own business. Yes. I actually even still have my parents' letters to each other, and I don't remember if we shredded them or not because it's none of my business. When my dad would be somewhere, supposedly on a ship somewhere, they wrote letters to each other. So it's like, none of my business. Hey, y'all. Hey, Cricket. I missed earlier. Of course you did, little brother. And one of these days you'll get me on a panel, I bet you. Just not today. I'm even tired now. See, because I don't go through other stuff and I expect the same from him, so I don't hide my things. Like I said, the way he is about my stuff was even before I would tell him, if I said, don't look at this. He just, no, my stuff is sacred. He doesn't go near my stuff, which is sweet. So, because I also used to write, and some of those stories were rather interesting. Hey guys, great show, Scooter. I thought you weren't there. You were watching Scooter before this, probably. Now, keep in mind he was driving for over 2 hours with the camera facing forward, but when he started crying, he was sure to turn it towards himself. Oh, okay. Well, no, I wanted him really crying. Sorry, for all of those who are too young to remember, this used to be the thing that would say jail, were striped, black and white stripes. I am a little old lady. I'm not from Pasadena. Uh-oh, it's here. Yes, Miss Thing? What are you doing? Bird, bird. He's just slinking around now, pretending that she doesn't want to be here, even though she's here. I don't know where she was before. I've learned to keep my own closet open now. So now I've got to get rid of the bottom layer of my skirt so she doesn't rub against them. So, oh, okay. Thank you for soda last night, for re-soda. My cat. See, yeah, it's artsy. Exactly. It's a rule. Don't read it. Yes. It's the one sacred thing in your whole life should be your journal or your or where you write your stories, stuff like that, because especially if you write stories because that's really personal until you decide to let it go. So nobody's ever read anything of mine because I haven't gotten past like 2 pages. So yes, Brady, otherwise you might miss the 0.014 tier. Oh, okay. Exactly. I told him he shouldn't read my stuff and he blames me for leaving it out. I know that excuse too. Well, you left it out. Okay? Really? So if my brain went to total bottom floor. So if I left my underwear out, you'd wear it. Hmm. Ah, yes, pictures of the supermodel. Soda was particularly friendly last night. I know. And considering we got him for the second time, we actually listened to you for like 5 minutes from South Shore to the house. And then by the time I got upstairs, because of my freaking leg, I completely forgot. And I was watching cop videos when you texted me. And I was like, oh, yes, ma'am. As far as I know, neither of my girls ever kept a journal. One of my girls used to write fanfic. I would never read it until asked to read it. With that pause, it means I would read it, but I would prefer not to if I ever had children. But knowing me because of the way I was as a kid, I probably wouldn't trust. That's one of the reasons I also didn't have children is that I was hell on wheels when I was in high school. Wouldn't want to have to worry about that. And my dad tried everything. He tried 11:45 that way at 11:30 you'd be coming back from somewhere that if it's anywhere where you should be in the Bay Area and here's $20 to get a taxi in case you ever need to take it. Don't ever think twice about leaving a car and taking a taxi. And I still was hell on wheels. So I do have a daughter out there, though, just so I can clear the air on absolutely everything. Uh, I thought I was going to have kids. She was the third time I was pregnant, and I didn't want to get an abortion because I thought I might have children. So I had her, and she was adopted by a very nice couple. It was an open adoption. The weird part about was, though, is that the day I had her, he got laid off. So they wound up moving to Arizona. My bio daughter wanted to meet me when she was in her 20s. And I had the flu. So I couldn't like answer her back immediately or answer her mom back immediately. And the next day she gave me a ration of BS about how I didn't think she was important, blah, 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 blah. And I went, you know what? That is mini me. I'm going to leave her alone. She'll forget about me real soon. So I guess that would be the only dirty laundry I have left. Then again, like I said, my lifestyle is not made for dirty laundry. Everything I do is out there, always has been. Fanfic she wrote, perfectly safe for tweens. Cool. I really should start journaling. I've never journaled, not at all sure how to start. You might want to start by getting a safe or hiding it somewhere where you know nobody will ever look. And then you just get my original diary was a kid's diary that closed with the lock. I lost those years ago. But my mom had made me a leather bound book about legal size, and it was a mistake. She was a binder. She used to stamp the front of the front of the books, and it was a mistake for somebody's thesis, and she didn't want to waste the leather, so she put it on a book and gave it to me. So it was a blank book. That is the journal that I will put something in every couple of years, but I've had it since I was 14 or 15, and there's maybe 10 pages in it. So you can literally start with anything you want. The really pretty fountain pen paper, use a fountain pen. Um, Answer a question yourself. That's also a way to start. I actually have a book that's a question a day for 5 years to see how you changed. Of course, I haven't filled that out hardly. Um, so get a book, get a binder, get anything. And then if you really don't, because you should write. They say that writing is even better than typing. So typing's not really an excuse anymore. So really write it down, and then if you're having any qualms, because people do it, it just is. Um, Scan it and get rid of it and put it into a cloud. I have writings everywhere all over my place too. And like I said, Popcat just doesn't care. So, but he is with me now always. So, because we've wound up being each other's pretty much best friends. So, having a child is the best thing and the most heartbreaking thing I have ever been through. Yes, and I never touched her. That's how you know when you can really be separated because her mom was right there. And I'm like, give her to her. I never touched her. So I guess you could say, and it was like last year when I said I wasn't going to cry anymore, I was going to put up the survival instinct. That's part of it. It's like I can turn off the emotions in a hot second and only for certain things. So that's the weird part. So, Scooter Mom, now I don't feel so awful. You shouldn't. God, there are times when I feel sorry for my mom and my dad because they had to put up with me. And I don't put up a persona to do this. So this is me. I tell my sister and my cousin, if you want to see me, go watch Brain Fog. I go, that's me. So I'm not any different off. So, hi, Zippy. How are you? My son won't let me parent. He lets my mom. Heartbreaking. Yeah, I can understand that. My cousin was a grandmother's child, not my uncle's. and he treated his father like his brother. So I'm sort of there with you. Vincenzi Pediccio or Pediccio. Hi, how are you? Oh, someone knows you, so that's good. Oh, people know you. Kelly, it's a hard job just continuing to be there for them. Yes. My running joke is when I have the goddaughter. We basically me and Papa Cat took over when she was like 18, and because her mom reminds me of my mom. Um, so my joke is I prefer them when they're, you know, at least in high school. By the way, not to bring down the mood, but did you hear about Michael and Jamal Warner? Yes. What happened? He drowned. Oh my God. Yeah, Papa Cat texted me because we do the bought the farm thing. And he said, did you know that Malcolm Jamal Warner bought the farm? And I'm thinking, isn't he my age or a little bit younger? And I'm like, no, that's weird. And didn't heard about it a few times today, but never got to how. Just people like, he died? Oh my God. So, drowning. Now I've got to look this up when I'm done. Um, hey, Carrie Ann, thanks for the encouragement. Yay. No, Scooter. So young. What happened? Yeah. Very sad. Yes. He was on vacation with his family. Ah, okay. I'm not going to read it, Kelly, but thank you. Yeah, 54. That was the thing. I knew he was like close to my age. And it was like, but he didn't seem like there was anything wrong with him. And I'm like, is there something I missed? No, he was doing normal people things and he drowned. But Papa Cat says my version of the great outdoors is the orch. I've never been a camping one. The first husband tried to, and I was like, my friend made fun of me that said my version of camping was a black and white television. So I never did it. My dad wasn't into it either. So when my dad came around, we didn't do it. So I didn't have to worry about it. Who are you talking about? He was an American actor, best known for Theo in The Cosby Show. You had to have seen him. He was um Costa Rica. Wow. And he aged rather well. I'm always jealous of people who age well. So, yeah. So now you know who we're talking about, Kelly. You're welcome. Yeah, contemporary. That was the weird thing. It's like when contemporaries die, it's very strange. Even though Michelle Trachtenberg was very weird too, and she was 30. It was bad enough that she was 30, Buffy. Oh my God. And that she had passed away. So, yeah, even when he sent the text to me, I'm sort of like, it is who I think it is, right? It's like because the three name people, you always it sort of gets confusing to me sometimes. And he's one of the, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That's the way you always talked about him. So wow, so young. He was a brother. He was the son. He had a great smile. Yeah, yes, he had a great speaking voice. He really did. It was like, did he have speech, like I did? Did he have a bad lisp that he had to have corrected? We need to Beetlejuice Adam. Yeah, I know. Where's Adam? Where is my big giant head? He'd be the one explaining who he is. Ah, I know. And I've got a minute left. I'm at 59. I didn't even realize that. I have to seriously like relax before I start my evening shift. So, and besides, Dusty should be starting at 5. Let's see. I'm not even paying attention to myself up here right now. So, let's see. Oh, and I got to keep remembering to do this. Miss Gavage doesn't like thetas. He doesn't like children thetas. Then she just sent gifted 5 memberships. We were trying to do that on MLH's channel to get Ellie to get a membership, and it just wouldn't pop up. I swear to God, between 5 or 6 people, we sent a bunch, and the last set I said, I'm like, I'm supposed to be leaving the house right now, not farting around on MLH. I was watching all the way to the chiropractor or listening to the chiropractor, and then I had to answer one more thing, and I'm like, I'm out. So it's like, Papa Cat said props to Pup Groomer. So he's not working, he's watching. He's home 2 days a week, which is Tuesday and Friday. That's why I can sort of get him on a Friday sometimes. Um, I'm trying to think. It was like, maybe I can do Fridays at noon, which would be cool because then I'd have him for 3 days instead of just 2. He once tried to um have one day a week to fart around the house, and that was when I first started doing this, and that went away really fast. Now it could then when it was starting to transfer, it's like, "Are you gonna do today?" And I'm like, "I thought Sundays were for you." I can't. Why isn't it? It's not in alphabetical order on my. There he is. So is he on 5:15? Okay. So I can stay for another 101. I can stay on for another 12 minutes. So yeah, my membership this morning is one of the notes is Susan P and Scooter Mom. That was 2 of them this morning. That was cool. But yeah, it was Rib Guy, me, Pup Groomer. God, there was other people too. I don't think they're regulars in my head. So, but yes, that's really awesome, Pup Groomer. You rock. Ah, so, oh yeah, so we get the boys in a month, and I'm still threatening to have a Pomsky. It's gonna be like Dr. Doolittle here. Well, the chiropractor is just as bad. Someone found a certain kind of turtle because she has a turtle. That's Tigger. Um, a certain kind of turtle in the middle of the street, and they're trying to find a rescue for it or something, but they're working on a pond in the back so they could put her turtle in. So she might be taking the other turtle, and it's like, what is it with us? We're all a bunch of freaking Dr. Doolittles. So that's all. Just walked in the door from work today, ended up with 11. Oh my God. That is a lot of puppies. You are taking notes. Damn. But my aunt had a grooming. I loved it. I used to love playing with the dogs there. So, yeah, why are you getting slammed? Just because it's summertime? I wonder. So, and my aunt had a standard poodle. So, Victoria, she was as tall as I was. So, I've always wanted a standard poodle too after that. Eddie saw one. Sorry, Papa Cat saw one, and he was like, "You want a poodle that big?" Because he hadn't really paid attention to them. I'm like, "Yeah, I want a poodle that big." He's like, "Ah." That's why I want a Pomsky because I promise not to get anything big. And even though, yes, I do too, Vanchi. Um, oh wow, oh my God, pup! I will sacrifice a virgin to keep you going. So the SKA booked until toward the 3rd week of August. That's funny, but um, yeah, I wanted a husky because I just wanted a mini me floating around the house, and it would definitely be a mini me. But I don't have the back to pick one up if he lays down because you always see the videos on YouTube of people carrying their huskies because they don't move. And so I'm like, and Papa Cat doesn't want a big dog. And I can't have a velvet dog because my dad's afraid of them. I don't blame him. Um, so I figured a Pomsky. Because I'm not a big toy poodle fan. I like them big. So I actually wouldn't mind um, a Bichon because everybody in California has had a soft spot for Bichons ever since that thing happened 20 years ago now. You don't want to know. CBF, one of the other shops closed at the beginning of June. No notice, no warning. Just walked in one morning and said, we're done. I'm sorry, sweetie. It is, grooming is hard. It really is. But you have a good spirit because you can do them and they're nice to you. It was like, that was one of my aunts who didn't get along with my uncle. He got married a few hundred times. And I still liked her, and my mom was like, "Why do you still like her?" I said, "Because dogs love her. There's something underneath there. It's my uncle that's the butthead in this marriage. You know that." And that's what Papa Cat uses against me. He's like, "They all love you. Cats, dogs, babies." So, actually, I think I'm going to be done. So I can go downstairs and just sit around and play with my dragons for 45 minutes or an hour and figure out what the hell I'm going to wear tonight. So yes, everybody go. I'm going to do what Scooter Mom did. 5 minutes before I'm leaving. So yeah, I'm leaving. I have to go put more stuff in my eyes. Oh, the garden. I should do a live from the garden. The chiropractor has a garden that I help sponsor, and we were walking through it the other day when we were about to go see the boys, and we saw a lot of bites on it. And so I asked the hurricane this morning. I'm like, the bites because she wants to do organic. I don't blame her because we have a huge feral population here of cats. And the last thing anybody would want to do would be to poison them. So I understand. It was caterpillars that are eating her plants, and she bought ladybugs to help with that. And I'm thinking, the first thing that went through my brain was, are they being displaced? No, we have a lot of ladybugs, or we used to. We used to have a ton of ladybugs in the East Bay. So, I don't know now, but it's a great way to get them repopulated. Yeah, we're not getting Adam today. Yeah. It's like I'm gonna have to text the OG head and go, my chat head didn't show up. Say hello. Anyway, okay, I'm gone. I've really got to go this time. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Like, sub, membership, rest of the money, donate to your local PBS station. They're going to need it. PBS was on Blue Sky the other day and said support your local station. So, shenanigans. So I will see you guys tomorrow.